Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So how are you guys doing? I just want to remind everyone as I get cards ready, if you'd like to learn how to work energy the way I do, just go to that link. I have a whole bunch of different workshops available. Just getting some cards ready. All right. There's a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling going on right now. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So I do have workshops available. If you've ever had problems with people courting into you, maintaining your space, I'm doing a cord lab. If you'd like to learn the basics of my applied biospiritual theories, I created my system myself. I wasn't taught it. So you could take my morphogenetic fundamentals workshop. That's a really good place to start. The morphogenetic fundamentals will teach you the basics of pretty much everything you need to know. And then I also have the cord lab. Oh, I said that. I also have black magic revocation. If you've been having quite a bit of difficulty knowing how to maintain your space because mofos keep trying to mess with you, malignancies, things like that, the black magic revocation is a really good workshop. And then, of course, I have the whole being wellness workshop. Oh, wait. Okay. Apparently, what I had saved did not save. So here we go. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is you can feel the connection growing. The connection to what? I'm not sure. You know? Ground the clown. Thank y'all. Oh, let's go ahead and do a quick update on that. Let's see where we're at. It's loading. Ooh. We're at 429 signatures. What? What? Are you serious? We are at 429 signatures. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So listen. Okay. Hold up. You go tell Mima to call Jesus because I need help today. I'm suddenly not feeling good. Tell Mima to come help me. I was feeling fine until I went live. We're going to work through this. Y'all. If I just start popping cashews in my mouth, y'all know it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let's get started. You can feel the connection growing. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that is a connection between yourself and your soul. Okay. Oh Lord. Yo, girl. I gotta take something off. Do I got clothes on under? I do. I do. I do. I'm not feeling good, yo. My body's feeling real weird right now. I added magnesium to my supplements this morning. It is a different feeling. I should have just stuck with spraying my armpits with magnesium. I should have just stuck with that, but you know, I got no chill. So okay, we've got all the cards. Here goes. Let's get started. You guys might start to get a little bit sleepy, okay? Just so you know. I'm flooding my space with sedation. I don't want to upchuck. Okay, here goes. So there's something that you're needing to clear. And whatever this is, it's something that's really been it's really been something that's been weighing heavy on you. Girl, you are chronically magnesium deficient. Soak it in. Soak it in. Nothing is coming out. Soak it in. Okay. I just had to have a pep talk with my body. Absorb the magnesium. I don't know what I will do to you, but it will not be good if you don't absorb the magnesium. Okay. So this is something that's been weighing heavy on you, and it's almost like this sense of really needing to clear out those dense feelings you have towards whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? And with that clearance, it's clearing the pathway for a connection to be reestablished. Now, again, I'm hoping this connection is between the self and the soul. Marlene is asking if I need a shoulder rub to calm my nerves. Yes, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tie my hair back. Go ahead, rub my shoulders, okay? So she's gonna rub my shoulders. I don't know if you guys will be able to see her, but she can go ahead and rub my shoulders. So there's a guardian that's part of this equation. And whatever this guardian is going to do, it's something that's not initiated by you, right? So I can't focus when you're rubbing like that. Okay, wait. This is a guardian from like shadow space, right? It's a guardian from shadow space. It's a protected guardian. Okay. It's a protective guardian. It's one that is also protected. And yeah, wow. Like really focused. Really focused. This is a guardian type energy that's really focused on you and your safety, right? My traps are pumped. Stop. Are they though? Stop. Okay, so initiation, but it's in reverse. So it's like This is not something you are initiating. This is just like the natural order of things. This is definitely the natural order of things. And you're going to have to just be okay with having this process be supported in the way that it is. So this was not initiated by you. That's I don't know why that's so important, and it keeps being emphasized that this was not initiated by you. Okay, please, with the massage. It's distracting. It's distracting. She's like, is it because my hands are cold? No, it's because you're touching me. So winter in reverse, this situation came in because something happened during the winter that really, really, really made it clear, almost like a call went out into creation about how you feel so upside down in your space. You feel so you just needed some support, really. You needed some support. So it's kind of like a call went out, and there's going to be this attempt to get you right side back up, right? So this attempt, whatever it is, your guardian, whoever that is, whatever it is, it's going to be something that's full of a desire to protect in a respectful way, right? Needing to protect in a very, very respectful way, in a way that honors your need and your space and all of that. Okay. So it's not going to be something bad. All right. So you're about to get confirmation that something that needed to end, in fact, has ended, right? So it's the end of an old connection, maybe an old connection to, I don't know, like an old way of being, how you used to be, the way you used to interact with yourself. Maybe that's what's going to end, or maybe that's what's already ended. You're leaving behind or have left behind um, a very, very old version of the way you used to carry yourself within your environment. There's a lot of things that are being allowed to change. The things that are being allowed to change are things that are needing to change. And as they change, your opportunities, I hear, will come full circle. So everything is circling back around. Is that a good thing? I'm unsure if that is a good thing or a bad thing or simply a thing. But the confirmation you need regarding this cycle that needs to be done, it's not going to be hidden from you anymore, right? Your opportunities, your abundance, your ability to connect, it's just going to be spilling out everywhere. This is not something you're going to be able to hide. Your receptivity, your willingness, I'm told the word receptivity is super crucial. Let's see. There might be a secondary message. All right. Receptivity, willingness to consider, accept new suggestions and ideas, the readiness of a female animal to mate. Whoa, what? Okay. So let me read this again. Willingness to consider or accept new suggestions and ideas. Also, the readiness of a female animal to mate. What the fudge? Okay. Okay. The quality of being willing to listen to or accept new ideas. What does receptivity mean in the Bible? Okay. Receptivity implies an openness to emotions, ideas, people, and counsel. For Christian leaders, receptivity is a key component which allows God to work more fully through the leader to accomplish his purposes. Okay. The next question is, how does the Bible define destiny? It is a belief that there is a place for the sovereign will of God, but also there's a place for man's personal choices. For us to fulfill our destiny, we must make the right decisions and choices. The believer's destiny in Christ, Paul's writings on the subject of destiny are enlightening. All right, I'm done. That's just weird. That's just weird. That's just weird. Okay. Wait, what? Theos. There's something to that word beyond um Irish. Hold on. Theos. Meaning Gaelic. Second sight. Second sight. Hold on. To know, to see. Okay. No, I'm done looking words up. I'm done. So, invocation, again, this is not something that you are initiating or calling to you. This is something that's taking place because it's time for this process to unfold. So, dum, 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 dum. Second sight. What's second sight? Higher sensory perception. Define second sight. A supposed ability to perceive future or distant events, clairvoyance, so a precog. Yes, I do have highly developed precognitive abilities. Uh-huh. What do you want? I already know. I already know. Don't talk to me. Okay, so homecoming in reverse. There's no home for you to go to at this point. You're being encouraged to move out of that mental space that has allowed for the stagnation, for the insecurities that you've struggled with to be so prominent and so influential on the way you move through your life. Like, you're gonna have to just, I don't know, you're gonna have to move out of there. You're gonna have to allow yourself to see yourself in a new light, to see yourself in a new way, to see what you're capable of, and really allow that to unfold, allow it to, because it's been being allowed to ripen, but it's almost like you haven't been allowing it to unfold, and so now it's needing to unfold. Uh-huh. The answers you need are coming. Hold your vision, but it's in reverse. So it's that second sight, the ability to perceive what the next step is. If I'm driving the vehicle, aside from the fact that it's because I'm a badass driver, like badass in a good way, um, it's like I've never gotten into an accident where it was just like it could have been avoided. Okay, hold on. There was one time I did a little fender bender. That was because I slammed on my brakes. I forgot to pop the clutch. And so I didn't hit the car, but when the car stalled, my car, it like lurched forward and it just tapped the lady's bumper. But aside from that, I've never been in an accident where I caused something to happen. That has a lot to do with the fact that I am hyper aware of other people's thought process if they're paying attention. And you know, being able to see clearly can serve you when used appropriately, responsibly. There's been plenty of times where someone has gotten out of the lane, and rather than speeding up, I'm like, this person's getting back in the lane. And then they swerve back into the lane. I'm just like, So it's this thing of being able to allow yourself to acknowledge, like really seriously acknowledge what you're being shown, right? I have plenty of other more precognitive type stuff that I don't really want to share. Well, there's one that I shared before years ago, many, many years ago. My husband was getting ready for work and his dad was leaving the country. He was going on a trip and he wanted to go and see his dad off at the airport. And I was like, I don't think you should. And he didn't want to listen. And I told him, well, I saw you get into an accident. And he didn't want to listen. So he still went. And on his way home, at the time, my husband was driving like a ridiculously lowered vehicle, like ridiculously lowered. It was noxious. And when he got home that evening after going with his dad to the airport, he was carrying the lip to his bumper, his front bumper. I was like, And he said that there was, I guess, like a mattress in the road. The car's too lowered to even get over a speed bump straight ahead. He wasn't going to get over that mattress. So he was able to swerve to miss it, but he caught enough of the mattress to rip the lip off the freaking bumper. And so he was carrying it and he was very contrite. And he was like, well, I'm fine. And I was like, yeah, no, you were supposed to hit that and lose control and hit a tree. You were supposed to die. And he's like, I was like, yeah, fucking selfish, yo. Because it is. It's fucking selfish. Don't do that shit. That's selfish. I already told you. So, being able to hold that vision and being able to kind of just accept it for what it is, because you're being shown things. For some of you, you're actually being shown the way this is going to unfold. You're already being shown these dreams, daydreams, whatever it is, visuals. You keep visualizing something. You don't know what it is. You think you're just imagining things, making up a story. I'm pretty sure that's some varying degree of precognitive informational hits that you're receiving. I'm pretty sure of it. So you're going to have to trust yourself and trust what you see. Not necessarily live your life to the degree that your entire life is ruled by precognitive hits, because some of these things will change as you begin to hold the vision. It'll shift and change. Oftentimes, so I used to be shown things quite a bit, and it used to drive me nuts. And then I think it was like 2003, I was shown that my aunt would die. It was bad. It was bad. And I told my cousin, I told her, I'm probably just crazy. I'm weird. But like, this is what I saw. I was at your mother's funeral and they said that she died of a massive heart attack. No one saw it coming. She didn't survive. So if you could just take her to go get, I don't know, a checkup. I don't know. Do something. I don't know, but just humor me. Humor me, okay? Humor me. And so she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just a dream. Well, like a week later, it was my aunt's birthday. I didn't want to leave her for some reason. I didn't want to leave her. We went to her house for her birthday. And it was time to go home, and I was feeling very anxious. We did go home, and the very next morning, woke up super early to one of my other aunts calling me, asking if my mom was home. I was like, no, she's still at work. She'll be home in like an hour or so. And that other aunt told me that my aunt that I had a dream of, she was in the hospital. She had a heart attack. And I was like, and I was freaked out because I thought she was going to die. I really thought she was going to die. And, it was kind of like just a difficult thing. And it turns out that I was shown that so that I would say something to my cousin, because my cousin was in nursing school and my aunt wasn't presenting with heart attack symptoms. Women present with heart attack symptoms differently than men. It's kind of just like this sense of impending doom and, not the traditional left arm radiating pain. So that night, her mom couldn't sleep and she remembered what I had said. And so she immediately called 911. Had she not, yeah, my aunt would not have survived. She would have died in the middle of the night. So I was really upset. And I told my soul, don't show me shit if I can't change it. if like, show me things I need to prepare for or that I need to change. If not, don't show me, because all you're doing is stressing me out. I'm a very high strung person. I have no chill. And so that's kind of the agreement I have with my soul. So if I'm shown something, it's because I have to say something or I have to prevent it. Right? So if you set that intention and you communicate that clearly, that need to not be freaked out by being shown things you don't need to see, soul has a tendency to listen. It has a very huge tendency to listen, but you have to be realistic in what you are requesting. You have to be able to utilize whatever it is that you're going to be, your soul is going to compromise on. You have to use it in a way that will continue your growth. If not, if it's going to hinder your growth, your soul is not going to agree. It's going to double down on what it's forcing you to experience. So your hard work is paying off, but it's in reverse. So I'm wondering if your hard work is to deny yourself the gravity and clarity of the vision you're being shown. You can feel the connection growing. That means there's this, I'm hearing a singular event. Like, what do you mean by singular? Catastrophic in a Palladorian manner, or singular as in a personal trauma-induced accretion that will lead to accelerated ascension mechanics. Which do you mean? We're approaching a nexus event. So let's see. According to the Disney Plus series, Nexus events are moments in the sacred timeline when branch realities are created. In other words, they are events caused by variants breaking off from the path set forth by the TVA's timekeepers. WandaVision? Hold on. Okay, a Nexus event's ability to create a new timeline is also likely where it drew its name from. Okay. A Nexus event is an occurrence that has a significant impact on the future. It can be something as small as a change in the weather or as large as a global something. A singular event that will cause a Nexus event. You're approaching You're approaching something that's unavoidable. Whatever that is, it's already connecting to you. It's unavoidable. It's not something that's intending to harm you, right? It's not like a stalker. Fuck those. I'm serious. It's not like a stalker. It's something where it's written into your life path. It's almost like if your life's path were cobblestones, it would be some of the cobblestones that were missing that are now being put back into their place. Take time to breathe out, but it's in reverse. So you're not exhaling the unnecessary. You're not clearing from your space the unnecessary. This has to do with dry fasting. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, okay. I don't even know what dry fasting is. Dry fasting. What is it? An extreme version of fasting, which involves restricting food as well as water intake. So like the Middle Eastern practice where they do the dry fasting. You said that's Muslim, right? How long can you do dry fasting? Okay. It restricts both food and liquid. It doesn't allow any fluids. So the solid and the flow, the blockage, and the plasma. This has to do with solids and plasma. So blockages, obstacles, obstacles. When you fast, when you enter into ketosis from fasting, you convert your your metabolism from one that the typical one people have, and then it shifts over to one where you're now breaking down lipids, fats. So what is this telling us? Well, if you fast long enough, your scar tissues become cannibalized. Your body will dissolve it and use it for fuel. When you're in ketosis, your body is using ketones rather than glucose. That's more readily accepted into the cells. So Alzheimer's has to do with insulin resistance, causes damage, because eventually, the cells can't take in the glucose, and then they eventually die, causing injury to the brain. But the ketones can readily get in. There's a growing body of evidence that shows ketogenic diets, ketosis, can actually assist with that. But what are you telling me? To, like, starve out the pain? I don't understand. Take time to breathe out. So respiratory acidosis. It's a condition that occurs when your lungs can't remove all of the carbon dioxide produced by your body. This causes the blood and other fluids to become too acidic. Water electrolyte imbalance. This is going to send me down a rabbit hole. I'm just trying to do a reading, yo. I'm just trying to do a reading. Respiratory acidosis. 'Acidosis. 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 ' So respiratory acidosis will then begin to affect blood pressure, heart rate, brain function. What do you want me to know? Just fucking say it. I'm aware. No, respiratory acidosis. When you're not able to remove enough of the carbon dioxide from your bloodstream, it starts to make your environment very acidic. That's what my mom died of. Respiratory acidosis. It eventually led to cardiac failure. I don't understand what the message is. If you're not going to give me information that I can understand, things I can more easily extrapolate, we're going to have the conversation later. Anyways, your dreams need a practical plan, but it's in reverse, right? When you're trying to bring a dream into actuality, when you're trying to bring it to fruition, you have to have at least some type of game plan. You know what I mean? And as you create a game plan for yourself, you still have to have room for shifts, room for you to make the adjustments that are necessary. No, I don't know how you passed. When you're trying to bring a dream into actualization, you need to be able to hold that vision, but also not be so strict in what your expectation is. You have to have flexibility. You have to allow for the shifting, for the adjustments that are necessary in order for you to be able to flow through. There's going to be things that will really try and trip you up, things that will try their hardest or its hardest to derail your progress and make you feel very low about your lack of progression. But again, you have to remember much of the growth that the seed experiences is hidden beneath the ground, beneath the surface, right? You're trying to grow a beautiful garden of abundance for yourself, and you're feeling like there's no progression, no progression. Is there no progression, or are you just not seeing it from the surface level? You can feel the connection growing. There is a connection that is growing, that is going to lead to you really manifesting some very, very crazy potentials, like crazy in a good way, crazy in a very good way, very, very good way. Tamponade. Cardiac. It's the pressure on the heart that occurs when blood or fluid builds up in the space between the heart muscle and the outer covering sac of the heart, the pericardium. So you're building something up in your heart, in your chest, right? There's a pressure building up. Let's see. Whatever this pressure is, it's some type of, I guess, some type of communication from soul. Maybe your soul, maybe someone else's soul. Like there's a lot of communication that's occurring, but it's building up. It's not in the heart, it's outside the heart. There's a sac that the heart sits in, and that sac is called the pericardium. There's a disconnect. Injury. There's a disconnect. The injury. Hold on. Hold on. What point is that? What point is that? Sometimes soul just is fucking ridiculous in the way it communicates. I'm not even joking. Like, yeah, you couldn't just use a sentence. Okay, pericardium 3. No, that would be heart 3, not pericardium. Let me see. Heart 3. So, lesser yin C. Remove channel obstruction, calms the mind, clears the heat. It's misused passion, right? So heat from deficiency in the heart, channel obstruction, mental restlessness, manic behavior, inappropriate laughter, pain in the armpit, fullness in the chest, heartache. So has to do with water, plasma, dry fasting. When you dry fast, your body will prioritize water. In order to prioritize water, it switches over to a ketogenic state, which then will burst the adipose tissue. It can then begin to harvest the water from the adipose tissue, which will serve as your fuel. You're going to be self-sustained. What the fuck? You couldn't just say that shit to me. I swear to God. You wasted like a fucking 30 minutes. I get it. I get it. I get it. As you begin to fuel yourself, the energy is going to gain momentum. There is something that occurs when you enter into a state of ketogenic ketosis. Once you get past a keto flu, which most people will enter into a ketogenic flu, once you get past that, your energetic reserves through the roof. In addition to that, you no longer have the hypoglycemia symptoms. You don't get the hunger pangs like that. You just don't. So this is about removing the toxins from your life, the things that are inflammatory. When you're on a ketogenic diet, it's an anti-inflammatory type dietary program. That's why it's so good for people with neurological disorders and, you know, all of this stuff. I'm telling y'all, so be too fucking much. I'm saying. But that's the thing. The inflammatory offenders need to be removed in order to get the body back into its proper state. But here's the fatal flaw with a ketogenic diet. It utilizes high levels of bovine mammary secretions, butter. Like, motherfuckers, you can't have butter. You can't have cow stuff. You can have cow meat. You can have tallow. You cannot have cow dairy. Bovine dairy is highly inflammatory. So then you need to switch it. It's about realizing what you need and the ways in which you perceive what you need versus what you actually need. So you can totally do a ketogenic diet completely devoid of cow dairy. I don't know if you guys are following the analogy I'm trying to make. There are inflammatory factors in your life, people who continue to inflame your wounds. Their very existence inflames you. It causes the heat to build up, right? Now, yin is cold energy. Yin deficiency. It is indicative of heat from deficiency in the heart fire. So it's this point right here, heart 3, right? So heart 3, it's that point right there. And what's happening is your passion, you're getting angry in a way that doesn't serve you. You can be very, very passionate in your communication, in the way you express yourself, the way you live, the way you see things, perceive things, the way you move through your life. But if that passion is not properly regulated, a necessary campfire to warm your food can easily burn down the whole village. What do you want to do with that? Everything has a capacity to be beneficial and detrimental, depending on how it's used. beneficial or detrimental, right? So all of this is coming together so that you can understand there is an imbalance that's occurring. And this imbalance has to do with emotion and perception. The way you perceive what you're witnessing, what you're considering, is going to affect the way you feel about what you're witnessing and considering. And the way you feel is going to dictate how it affects your body, how it affects your process, all of that, right? So this right here, I'm not sure if you're aware. Receptivity is a feminine aspect. It's the yin. It's centered in the yin. The masculine yang is, if you look at plugs, cords, things like that, there's a female and a male aspect to it. And the female is always the receptive, the receiver, whereas the male sticks out and it plugs into the female. Now, when you look at electric versus magnetic, humans are electromagnetic, right? We exist within an electromagnetic field called the human aura. Now, that's because we have both a masculine and a feminine aspects. We have both. We carry both spiritual, energetic genders. And with that, the electric is a feminine. No, electric is a masculine. Magnetism is yin energy, which is cold. Electric is yang energy, which is heat, electric. You have to begin really calibrating your oscillation rate, because when you calibrate that oscillation rate, you can flip between the two. Depending on your oscillation rate, you don't want to be high vibe. You don't want this preconceived notion of how you're supposed to live your life. If you look at the way spiritual communities are structured, it's this high vibe environment, which in actuality is a lower oscillation rate because they're inversely tied. When you lower the oscillation rate, you increase the vibration, but you tank the frequency. The dimensions are created at frequency. Different layers, a stair-step level, stair-step creation, creating levels of frequency banding, which is then encapsulated. This is about essential mechanics. Each harmonic universe has a membrane, which is sort of like cellular membrane, which respiratory acidosis. I get it. I get it. But I can't say that in a live stream. Ain't that some ish? Ain't that some ish? You need to be able to be centered within your space and tap into both your masculine and feminine aspects. It's this fission, fusion, fission, fusion, fission, fusion, fission, fusion, flashline sequencing that allows for the repatterning of your standing scalar waves that creates the reality that you project out into your environment. Luck is on your side. It'll be on your side because now you're being tasked to consciously create the very thing that you're needing to create for yourself, the experiences, the connections, all of that. You're going to have to want this to come in. Whatever this connection is, you're going to have to want it to come in. It's not going to be initiated for you. It's not going to be this thing of like, oh, randomly kismet, serendipitous moment. Emotions are running high, but the thing is, it's in reverse. So no, this is about the emotions that are being buried deep. Ooh, you can't hide. You can't hide these emotions from your higher self. It's fully aware. It's fully, oh, look at the bottom of the deck. I'm saying you can't hide it. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Radio night. Here I come. You can't hide. Okay. Don't let pride get in your way, but it's in reverse. So that means you're letting pride get in your way. How's that serving you? Is that serving you? Because if it's not, stop taking it in. And yeah, you give me anxiety when you make that face. When you make that face, it gives me anxiety. I would have made a fabulous triage specialist. I'm saying. I think I would have been fabulous in a trauma center as an ER doc. I'm saying. I'm saying. I didn't even finish college, yo. Be like, cardiac tamponade, give me a needle. Give me a needle. I need to release the fluid. Like, no, calm down, homie. Oh my God. Okay, so here's what's happening. Communication is needing to take place. Whether you're grateful or not, you're going to be put into a space of unconditional love and strength. Once you reach that place, you're going to realize how little you've actually awoken to the level of awareness that's necessary. That's going to cause you to enter into the world within worlds, that inner sanctum, that inner space that's fueled by emotions. You're going to have to let go of something in order to move forward. But see, you're resisting, you're refusing. Resistance increases the heat. Ugh. What? Okay, wait. I don't know. That was a guess. What does resistance do for electricity? Does it increase the wattage or something? What does it do? Resistance serves as an indicator that quantifies how readily current will flow in a circuit using ohms as a unit. Current increases when resistance decreases. When the current increases, okay, hold up. And it decreases when resistance increases. Resistors are essential in order to ensure that current flows at the appropriate level in circuits. So there's resistance that's needed. Resistance creates friction, which then causes forward movement. How does resistance affect electricity? The higher the resistance, the lower the current flow. So you want to be high frequency. If you resist too much, you're lowering your frequency. You're lowering the flow, which will create, for some, a much more usable type of energetic process. And for others, you better make sure that's insulated because you're going to start a fire. You better make sure it's insulated with more than just electrical tape because you're going to start a fire. You're going to start a fire. Know what I'm saying? It would be exceptional in an interdisciplinary team for clients, right? I would love to. I would totally be willing to do all those years in medical school, not to become a doctor, but just for the information harvest. Just for actually, you could go to edX.com. Oh, edX.edu, I believe is the link. And you could actually, you could audit the anatomy, physiology courses, microbiology, macrobiology. You could also do virology, all sorts of different classes that are sponsored, hosted by Ivy League colleges. You could do it for free. I'm saying I have. It's fun. And I do the homework and all of that. I love it. I love it. But I can't list it anywhere because I'm just auditing, which is fine because I'm really not interested in a degree. I'm more interested in the information and how to apply it, incorporate it into my applied biospiritual theories of my system. So this fire cleanser and overcome. So I'm telling y'all, your emotions is going to burn everything down, but it's going to help you to overcome whatever the blockage is. Sometimes the only way around is through it. Woohoo! Let it burn. Let it burn. If you're not going to let it go, you're going to burn it. That's up to you, though. If you want to burn it, you should let it burn. But you got to let it go. Okay, so receiving. Receiving is a feminine aspect, right? It's the receiver. So with that, self-acceptance. The feminine is not allowing themselves to accept who they are, the gravity of their beauty, their power, accept the necessity of things, right? That feminine aspect is just, whew, this is focused on the feminine. I'm telling you, if you don't get your ish together, you're going to be faced with a masculine who will serve as the most potent mirror for your self buffoonery. I'm guilty of that too. I love buffoonery. So natural endings. Once you receive whatever information or perception you need to perceive, receive, integrate, it's going to naturally end. Whatever that cycle is, it's going to naturally end, but it doesn't end until you get what you need from it, right? So long as you continue to pretend that you don't need anything from it, is going to be on and popping. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me find a link. Hold on. Oops. It is edx.org. I'm so full of it. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, my son actually he taught himself to be a something. What did he teach himself to be? What the heck? Here. A sound engineer. He taught himself to be a sound engineer. I believe he audited um, a sound engineering program hosted by University of Berkeley. UC Berkeley. And he's been doing really well with that. So protection sigil. Whatever's unnecessary as you go through this process, all of those things, those bichachos, pendejas, they are being removed. All of the blockages, all of the people and the things that are trying to really be a thorn in your side, they're going to be dealt with. Remember, karma was coming last time. Yeah, they're going to be dealt with. You don't need to deal with any of that at this point. Well, you need to deal with it to the degree that it can facilitate what your soul is trying to do to clear it out. But I mean, those bichachos, they're going to be purged like a freaking Taco Bell meal gone wrong. It's just purge whatever way it needs to be purged. Okay. Remember to courtesy flash. No. Berkeley, University of Berkeley in California, in Berkeley, California. Not in Berkeley, not Berkeley in Boston. Yeah. Oh, you're a sound engineer too? I don't know much about it. Yeah. So I don't know much about it. I'm going to be honest. I just know I'm very proud of my son. So abundance sigil, renewal in reverse. You guys got to stop refusing. You guys got to stop refusing. Okay. You got to stop refusing the very things that are needed, that your soul is bringing to you. I want my Chronos. I'm saying, God, why can't I just have a little Chronos? It's okay. You're going to be rejuvenated, right? When you allow yourself to go through this process and the process is allowed to come to maturity. What is maturation? What is that? Maturation, the act or process of maturing, the process of becoming ready for drinking. You're not allowed to drink from my flower. The ripening of fruit. The development of functional ova. The formation of pus in a boil abscess. It's coming to a head. Oh, is that what you mean? It's coming to a head. Things are coming to a head, you guys. Maturation is the process of reaching a stage of full or advanced development. Ooh. Maturation. things are about to go real intense. There's lots of things that I want to talk to the Soul Sanctuary folks about, my people. Right after this, I'm going to go ahead and do an exclusive chat with you guys. There's a lot of things that need to be discussed. And the things that need to be discussed are things that, again, y'all already know. I can't talk about it on here because heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. All right. Here it goes. What would I give if I could live out of these? Ooh. Oh, maturation. Is that your kind way of asking me to no longer behave like a child? I didn't have a childhood, so I'm going to have to deny the request. I will forever be immature because I was far too mature for far too long. Literally, I didn't have a childhood. I behaved like an old fart for much of my life. And so now I'm taking the opportunity as a grown-ass woman to be as immature as possible. Very serious. Okay, so card number 19, Sacred Union. And yeah, don't be putting no like constipated ass face on the screen. Don't be putting no constipated faces on the screen, okay? Card number 19, Sacred Union. Only the oneness of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in this world is momentary. Okay? Thank you, Stay Tiger. All right. Stupefied with bliss, I become without thought. There is no grief in that loss. I gladly surrender my intelligence in favor of this mindlessness. It is ecstasy, rapture. The sweetness of the union so sacred overwhelms my senses. The lover and the beloved are my world. Nothing else exists except this love, this unity of divine masculine and feminine, and the fresh new universe that shall be born from their sacred conjoining. It happens even now between my body and my spirit, and in yours and in his over there, and that woman passing by. All creation and sacred rapturous embrace, so shocking and wild, this frenzy of loving delight without limits. Let us be swept away, my beloved, in the passionate loving that renders duality into one and tips the mind into empty ecstasy. You lucky, lucky angel, you are to be blessed with sacred union. This union is of the lover and the beloved, the masculine and the feminine. That which appears to be opposite will no longer appear to be so. There is a coming together that is destined and divine. You are to be swept up in a wave of such love, right? So this is going from electric and magnetic into a state of electromagnetism. This oracle comes to you as a portent, a sign of that which is to come, and also a confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. You have been working to integrate masculine and feminine energies within. Oh, perhaps you've not used those words, but you have been attempting to find the balance between living a surrendered life and leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative to set something in motion, when to put your body, mind, and soul into getting your shoulder behind something to push. You have been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. I mean, this is absolutely a reiteration of the entire reading that we just had. Instead, you've intended to show it up for what it is, to seek out the genius of life through unconditional acceptance instead of judging and fearing, resisting what is as though it were a big mistake, perhaps caused by ignorance within. No, you do not seek to hide from love anymore. You have been learning step by step how to embrace it and how to allow it to embrace you. What a journey you are taking, beautiful, lucky angel. This is about allowing all of your parts to come back home to you. No more rejection and integration of your darkest parts with your lightest, knowing that opposing polarity, when allowed to be juxtaposed, will give further definition, understanding, and nuanced use for every single one of your parts. There's no part of your character that needs to be villainized or rejected. All your parts need to be accepted and embraced, brought back home, and allowed to exist unashamed, allowed to support you, encourage you, empower you, protect you, elevate you back to your proper place within your thoughts, within your heart, within your life, right? So your confirmation is thus: you are growing, you are evolving, you are making genuine shifts in consciousness that are allowing you to change the way you are involved in the world, to become freer, more loving, wilder, more divine. The divine has been seducing you with love and beauty, and now in your surrendered state, you are seducing the divine. You are calling such passionate devotion to your cause, such clever and capable assistance, such graceful intervention. Oh, I love this. The divine cannot resist your beauty, so keep going with that sacred surrender. Keep believing in the inner healing path that you are traveling with such success. Accept this confirmation and acknowledgement close to your heart and keep traveling along your path of love. Keep this knowledge in your heart. You are meeting your beloved. What could be more exciting? Like, people will hear this and they'll think it's about someone else. 100% at 1212. I hear this and I think, I'm coming home to me. I'm coming home to me. This is describing everything I'm going through right now. You know, um, making genuine shifts in consciousness that are allowing you to change the way you are in the world, to become freer, more loving, wilder, more divine. I mean, how many of you guys can relate to that, where the changes that have occurred within you just in the past few weeks, maybe just in the past week? For me, it's just in the past week. All of that is happening for me. All of that is super accurate. You are calling such passionate devotion to your cause, such clever and capable assistance. Like, you guys have been assisting me in something that's really empowering not just our community, but I think it's causing a ripple through the entirety of all spiritual communities. I'm going to show you guys something. Look at this, okay? Let me make sure there's no let me make sure there is no, hold on. Let me shrink this down because I don't want to share anyone's name unintentionally, right? So look at this. Look at this. The reach that this is getting. Hold on. 5,434 views for this petition. There are 430 signatures, 5,434 unique views for this petition. Whether people sign it or not, they are aware of my story. They are aware of the gravity, and they are aware this is not okay. It should not and will not be tolerated. The gravity of the impact of that. The gravity of the impact of that. Again, whether they sign or not, 5,434 people have seen this. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. And you know what? They're going to go ahead and they're going to share their thoughts, whether they sign or not. They are going to share their thoughts. This is going to shift their perception on what is spiritual and what is flat out clown fuckery. I'm saying. Woo! I'm saying. Just let the gravity of that sink in. I'm not good with math, but I'm thinking that's going to be exponential shifting of consciousness, all because y'all gave me the love, support, encouragement to find the courage to speak openly about this. We are in the process of changing the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are in the process of changing the world. We don't even know the gravity yet of how this is going to affect the perception of every single member of spiritual communities. I'm saying. You are calling such passionate devotion to your cause, such clever and capable assistance, such graceful intervention. The divine cannot resist your beauty, so keep going with that sacred surrender. Keep believing in the inner healing path you are traveling with such success. Accept this confirmation and acknowledgement close to your heart and keep traveling along your path of love. Keep this knowledge in your heart. You are meeting your beloved. What could be more exciting? The sign coming to you with this oracle is that of great love bestowed by the hand of grace. What this means is there is destiny at play in matters of the heart. There is heart healing and a letting go of past obstructions, suffering, or misunderstandings. You could say, in a way, that the great cosmic matchmaker has taken up your cause. If you are already in a relationship, expect that there will be healing of that relationship in whatever way is needed. You may have no sense of how it's going to play out. It may result in a deepening of commitment to your lover, but it will certainly result in the deepening of your own commitment to love. So this sentence right here, you could say in a way that the great cosmic matchmaker has taken up your cause. I'm taking that as I'm about to be introduced. I don't know who yet. I don't know who's going to introduce me or to who they're introducing me to, but I'm going to be introduced to a person very soon that will give me a platform to begin actual legislative change. I'm saying, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm very outspoken and I have a clear understanding of the types of changes that need to occur. Very soon, life is going to introduce you to the person or persons or group or groups that you need to be connected to in order to more readily step into your proper role within creation. I'm saying, you guys, I'm saying, are you ready for the world to change? Change does not come until we find the courage to make it change. And this time, the most important thing you can do is begin the process of finding your courage and collecting it. Collecting your courage, putting it in whatever space of holding you need to place it in, and just start gathering as much courage as you possibly can. Just gathering as much courage as you possibly can, as much as you can. And when you're ready, You will have an overflow of courage, and that overflow will be the very current that helps you to sail towards your proper destination. If you're open to attracting a new and significant relationship into your life, perhaps a life partner, soul friend, or other supporter of your life journey, then the divine is hearing your call and is answering. See what I'm saying? Let go of your grip. Do not hold on to a particular person, to a particular fear or fantasy. Instead, open your arms as if expecting your lover to run straight into them. For what could be more perfect than the divinely sanctioned relationship entering into your life? It will move you. It is likely through romance, but it could be through soul satisfying partnership. The soul for whom you've been waiting, so your life path and heart inspired work can continue to develop. So it's not necessarily romance. For some, it might be. Who knows? I'd say for most, this is a person who will serve as a catalytic combustion. It will be an explosive relationship. And with that, if you look at a combustion engine, it's about explosions, combustion, and allowing that combustion to be translated into kinetic energy, movement. I would be more than happy to lead a movement backed by our community. One where maybe I say there should be a registry for people who have been proven to be cyberbullies. There should be a registry that potential employers can look you up. I say there should be. Absolutely. I say if you can be a coward and cyberbully an individual thinking you can hide behind a screen, I say that there should be a registry that contains your full legal name, accessible, global registry, accessible to all employers so they know what it is they're hiring. Because if you're willing to destroy someone's life for your shits and giggles, you should be held accountable for your actions. That destruction should also apply to your life. And it's not tit for tat. It's called accountability. There's nothing spiritual about allowing someone to continue their toxic behaviors. There's nothing spiritual about that. There is something very spiritually advanced about accountability. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, let's see. If you're open to attracting a new and significant relationship into your life, perhaps a life partner, soul friend, or other supporter of your life journey, then the divine is hearing your call and is answering. Let go of your grip. Do not hold on to a particular person, to a particular fear or fantasy. Instead, open your arms as if expecting your lover to run straight into them. For what could be more perfect than the divinely sanctioned relationship entering into your life? It will move you. It is likely through a romance, but it could be through soul satisfying partnership. The soul for whom you've been waiting, so your life path and heart inspired work can continue to develop. It could be through the presence of a child or even a coming together of your own inner masculine and feminine so that you clear sense of your purpose. A clear sense of your purpose in life and the means through which to take action on it, even if that action is to surrender yet again. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you, no matter what has been, what has succeeded, and what has appeared to fail, what has been loved and what has been. There's only one truth that will prevail in your life without failure, without exception, and that is love. It is all you are truly seeking. It is behind every life experience seeking you. Do not stand back from it. Do not put yourself aside, turn down your eyes, and pretend you cannot be seen by the world. Be bold. Claim the love that is your divine birthright, and know that sacred union is yours, destined in the heavens and blessed by the great beloved. Woo! Love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. I feel like I feel like a lot of what's happening right now in this reading has to do with allowing that karma to reach the places it needs to reach. And for many of us, that karma is the fuel that will serve for the combustion that will move your engine. Forward movement, sustainable forward movement, sustainable, harnessable energy transfer, right? Allowing yourself to be the vessel that houses the most divine. Because I mean, it already does. You're simply being asked to acknowledge it, to consciously accept that you house divinity inside you. You can feel the connection growing. The connection between our community, between the people you need to be connected with. This connection that helps to further give gravity to exactly what your purpose is, the way it will play out. You got to hold that vision. You have to let yourself see clearly. See very, very clearly what it is you need to do. So what do you need to do? It's okay if you don't know yet. But you have to allow yourself the space to be open to finding out. Because I think for many of us, that's what this period is about. Finding out what we need to know and really allowing that. Really, really allowing that. So guys, I'm going to be headed over to our Tuesday after party. That after party, we're going to be talking about some seriously, we're going to be talking about some seriously interesting things. These things have a lot to do with information that Soul has been giving me. It's very intense information. You can handle it. I know you can. For my TSS ministry people, I'll meet you there in a few minutes. I didn't get a chance to set up the page, but I will as soon as this live stream is done, and I will see you in there. So everyone, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me when I'm live. I'll see all of my ministry folks over in our exclusive chat area. If you would like to sign up, thank you, Lindsay. If you would like to sign up, you just go to the soulsanctuary.love. That's where you can sign up. It's a recurring contribution. You can cancel at any time. But that recurring contribution goes towards supporting my church and nonprofit, Soulwork Synergistics. If you have wanted to find a way to support us, aside from sharing the good word, you can definitely do that by going to the soulsanctuary.love. It gives you access to our private ministry area. Lots of amazing content there, from tremendous amounts of information to previous chats to meditations, energy work. All of that are part of the ministry perk, depending on, whatever level, whatever tier of contribution you choose. You'll see exactly there what you can get. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on your notification bell and join me here often. Bye, everyone.